Alrighty guys, what is going on? It is JT Bricks here, back for another LEGO Star Wars video here today. And today we have some interesting news, rumors, and speculation regarding LEGO Star Wars The Bad Batch. And this is going to be a fun video, I'm not going to lie. First, we're going to go over some of the rumors surrounding The Bad Batch and possible sets we could see in 2021 and 2022. And then I'm going to jump into some speculation and look at the trailer and just come up with some ideas about what we could possibly see in the future. So let's get right into it, shall we? So as far as rumors are going for The Bad Batch, we really don't know too much about the show right now, and there's really only one big rumor, and it might not necessarily be even that related to the actual Bad Batch TV show itself. Moving into the actual rumor, first up here we have the Bad Batch Shuttle, and we are expected to get this summer actually, so pretty soon. And although it might not necessarily be based off of the actual Bad Batch TV show, it could be based off of the Clone Wars possibly. It's obviously going to involve the Bad Batch. It's supposed to include all 5 minifigures. It's going to be $100, and obviously those minifigures are Wrecker, Crosshair, Tech, Hunter, and Echo. And obviously the shuttle is going to be the big selling point of the set. So pretty interesting, pretty excited for this one. I think it's going to be great, and we're just going to have to see what it looks like. Moving into the speculation, though, although I don't really think we're going to see Bad Batch sets for a little while, I think we're going to have to see the show, see how that show does, and wait for LEGO to make some sets. I do expect us to see a pretty good amount of sets in 2022. As for some ideas, we could obviously get some more clone battle packs, maybe a clone dropship with an ATOT, ATTE, an ATTE in general, a Venator. Really, I think the centric point of this show is going to be the clones, and it's basically a continuation of the Clone Wars, and I think we're going to see a lot of clone sets in 2022, which is going to be awesome. Let's get into the trailer and talk about some ideas and things I saw from the trailer that we could possibly see in LEGO form. Moving into the trailer, first up we have this shot here of this cargo ship heading to a planet that I'm not exactly sure where it is. It's really nothing too much here, but certainly could be part of maybe an episode or something like that, so who knows what we'll see out of this. Moving forward, like I mentioned earlier, there's going to be a really big emphasis on the clones, as this is pretty much a continuation of the Clone Wars post Order 66, and here's a shot of the Bad Batch at the clone Camino training facility, I guess you could say. And I don't we're going to see anything like this in LEGO form, but it's certainly possible we could see some sets that are based off of Camino. I think it's even likely, so I would keep your eyes out for this kind of stuff. Moving on, there's also a shot here of Hunter fighting a Zaigerian slaver, and I think this takes place on Zaigeria, and it's pretty interesting because we've never really gotten any Zaigerian stuff in LEGO Star Wars form, and this could be the first time we get something like that. Here's a better look at that Zaigerian slaver. He's missing an eye, as you can tell, and that's an interesting minifigure idea to possibly get this guy. Who knows who he is or what he is involved with in the story, but certainly an interesting looking character and definitely one that would be pretty cool to see in LEGO form. Next up, we have a shot here of Hunter riding a speeder bike in what looks to be Coruscant, and he's wearing a completely different outfit, no armor. He just looks like some normal civilian, so maybe they're doing something undercover or they're trying to hide from the Empire, that kind of thing. That's what I imagine is going to happen, and it would be interesting to see a set like this with maybe him and his speeder bike along with his buddies, and it certainly would be unique. What we could get out of this, I don't know. Again, we really just don't know too much about the show, but definitely a unique concept and idea. The more exciting screenshots from the show, though, shows some Republic attack shuttles here, and these ones are obviously, the standard model for Republic attack shuttle, not the big cargo ones, but they're kind of all grayed out, so maybe they're Imperial attack shuttles, which is actually a pretty interesting idea to see an Imperial attack shuttle. Again, something we've never seen before. The only shuttles we've gotten that are related to the Empire are just the standard Imperial shuttles. These are the Republic attack shuttles, but to me it looks like they're all grayed out, and they don't have any Republic insignia or designs or colorways, so this would be a really cool set to see in Imperial form. After that here, we get a great shot of some clone troopers. These guys are a little bit different looking. They're kind of all grayed out and have gray visors, which is pretty interesting. They have that one guy in the middle who's in completely different, unique armor that I've never seen before. Again, I would expect a lot of clone-centric and clone-focused sets and clone-focused episodes in the TV show, so to get more clones is obviously what a lot of people want, and to get a battle pack consisting of guys like this would be absolutely amazing, so keep your fingers crossed, but this is definitely interesting. Moving back to Camino, we get a shot here back at the training facility of the Bad Batch, taking on what looks like to be some Dark Trooper prototypes. If those are clones in suits, who knows, but they look like droids if you ask me, and to me the chances of getting these kind of droids is pretty slim, but it's certainly possible, as we're supposed to get some in a Mandalorian set this summer, so definitely an interesting idea, and we'll see how important these droids are in the show. So if they're very important and very valuable, and they're in a lot of episodes, then I think chances are we might see them, but if they're only in a couple episodes, I don't think it's really that likely. What's also interesting is we also get an image of Fennec Shand, and I would definitely expect to get a Fennec Shand Clone Wars style minifigure here like this one. And I think we're actually supposed to get one in a Mandalorian set this summer, but I really wouldn't be surprised if we got another one in 2022 from the Bad Batch. I really wouldn't. I think she's going to be an important character on the show, and I definitely think there's going to be a cameo episode with her in it, and they're going to make a set off of it. So I would definitely expect a Fennec Shand minifigure. Moving forward, we also get another look here at one of those Imperial clone troopers, and again, he's kind of got gray armor, a green visor, and kind of like a little darkish gray stripe on his helmet, and he has a flamethrower as well, so maybe we could possibly get a first ever flamethrower weapon mold if LEGO were to make a clone trooper like this. I don't know if they would, but definitely a very interesting idea and a great looking clone trooper, so I would expect to see this minifigure sometime soon. Moving up next, we kind of have a little blur here of the Bad Batch Shuttle flying away in space from what looks like to be attackers, and one of these attackers might be flying this ship here. What this is, I don't know, I've never seen it before, but certainly could be a possibility for a Bad Batch set in the future. After that, we have a shot here of what looks to be Wrecker taking on some droids, and these guys look like they're a part of the Separatist Alliance. They have Separatist weapons, it appears, and at first glance I thought they were even commando droids, but they're not. Their heads are a little bit different than what the normal commando droid is, but they have the same body styles, and what these droids are, I don't really know. I've never seen them before, but I think it might be possible we could see these droids in a LEGO Star Wars The Bad Batch set in the future. In this next scene here, we can see a clone shock trooper in the bottom left corner of the shot, along with Grand Moff Tarkin interrogating the Bad Batch for either something good or bad. I'm not really too sure, but certainly something interesting. And obviously, we could possibly see Grand Moff Tarkin in a Bad Batch set. I don't think it's that likely, but it's certainly possible. We did get him in a Star Wars Rebel set a few years ago. And what's also fun about this is, like I said, we see the shock trooper in the left corner, so maybe LEGO would make a new shock trooper. Who knows? We'll have to see. After that, we have a shot here of some 3 astromechs. Who these guys are, nobody really knows, but certainly interesting. And again, possible minifigures for the Bad Batch. What they do, how important they are, who knows, but definitely could be seen in the future. Shot I kind of want to talk about, I guess, today is this one here of Echo, and he has this unique gear on and helmet. If this is his Bad Batch armor, I would be kind of disappointed because I don't think it looks that good. Maybe it's just some Imperial armor or some disguise because I don't think he looks like that normally. Regardless, though, could be an interesting minifigure, or what happens when this episode and this scene takes place, I don't know, but certainly an interesting idea and a possibility for a minifigure. I really do hope that this is not his Bad Batch armor, though, because I'm not the biggest fan of it. I don't think it looks that good, but we're just gonna have to see what Echo looks like in the show, and certainly an interesting minifigure this one is. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. Again, kind of short, just wanted to get into some rumors and possible speculation for the Bad Batch TV show. Again, I'm really excited for this show, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I was a huge fan of the Clone Wars, and a lot of people were big fans of the Clone Wars as well. And this is basically just a continuation of the Clone Wars, and basically is Season 8 of the show. So, a lot of cool stuff. Again, what makes me happy about the show is going to be very clone-centric, so we're going to be expecting to get probably a lot of Clone Wars and clone-themed sets, and that's going to be a lot of fun, and, certainly we don't really know too much about the show, so whatever it brings and whatever it introduces to us, I think it's going to be really good and a lot of fun to watch, and we're just going to have to see. Anyways, guys, though, thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you all next time on JT Bricks.